What's up everyone? GameDad here, coming at you guys with yet another PSVR game review. Man, I am really becoming a big fan of that particular add-on for the PS4. So, the game is Astro Bot Rescue Mission. Now, this game, at first it looks like more of just like a tech demo thing because that's actually how it started out. But they ended up turning it into a full-fledged game. So, let's go ahead and dive in and see what Astro Bot Rescue Mission is all about. Now, I gotta say, I really enjoyed playing Astro Bot. I mean, this game, it's hard to describe the kind of VR experience that you would expect whenever you go into, any kind of VR game. It's, is it going to be something like a shooter? Is it going to be an on-rails kind of thing? Is it going to make you sick to your stomach? And Astro Bot is just, it's such a fun 3D platformer. It's a super fun action adventure that you go on. I mean, you're collecting all the different little robots and stuff like that. You're going, and they have a bit of a collectathon that you're doing with it, but I mean, overall the game is just, it's so much fun. And for a VR experience, normally you don't want to have, too long of a time that you're actually going to be in that game. But with this game, you actually go in and you don't want to leave this world. I mean, everything's so vibrant, it's so colorful, it's so much fun to just go explore. And I mean, I can't wait to see if they come out with, some extra DLC, or maybe they even come out with an Astro Bot 2. I mean, this game, in my opinion, it's one of those VR games that is like the epitome of what a VR game should be. It's not too short, it's not too long, it's super fun, it keeps you engaged the whole time. They have just the right amount of extras in it, and I mean, I gotta say, it is super fun. I had such a blast streaming this game and doing my whole playthrough and everything, and it's just, every single world was so different from each other. You had your typical things that you would expect, kind of like, your beach kind of theme. You had, a sandy kind of thing, a water thing, stuff with icy stuff, fire stuff. You have all the stuff that you would expect, like, that the Mario universe has created, but they do it in such a unique way, and each world that you visit in the game, it actually ends up giving you all of those options and blending everything together super nicely. All the physics in the game are excellent. The game controls really well, and it's kind of cool being able to see the game from the perspective of being the player. So you're not actually seeing the game through the eyes of Astrobot. You are seeing the game through your own eyes, and you are interacting with the Astrobot. And it's kind of cool. They even have a couple of trophies where, you reach out and you kind of poke him to scare him and things like that. And in order to find some of the different secrets and stuff like that, you actually have to like physically move around and look through different objects, around different objects, to find everything that's going on in the game, which I think is an amazing concept. I mean, Moss kind of did that as well, where you're playing from the perspective of this like overseer kind of character, but this one, they make no mistake about it. I mean, it's just, you are playing through the eyes of yourself. You're just watching this game unfold, you're watching all the events unfold, and you get to help control what happens in the world of Astrobot. Now, the bosses in the game, I loved the different bosses that they have. They were all super unique. You fight them all off in various ways. I mean, the overall mechanics of fighting off these main enemies in the worlds, it's essentially the same kind of concept for each one, but you have to do different actions to take them out. So it's what you would expect, like a 3-hit take out the boss kind of thing, but you have to battle them in such different ways that it keeps it feeling fresh and unique, and the bosses are perfectly suited to all the different areas that you're in. I mean, the first boss in the game, you're on top of like this sky rise, and it's a giant like robot ape, so you get a total King Kong vibe from it. Then you have a boss where you're fighting an octopus that's in lava shooting stuff at you. I mean, the game was just such a fun and unique experience, but it also felt super fresh. It felt like a really nice take on what a video game could be, especially what a VR game could be. It made it so that you were familiar enough with the overall aesthetic of how a game should be,
but they present it in a really fun and unique way, which makes it feel fresh, and it makes it feel super low pressure. You just want to go through and have some fun doing some platforming? Cool. You want to go on a completionist journey and collect everything that the game has to offer? Awesome, they've got that for you. You want to meet somewhere in between, do the game, little bit of extras? No problem. The game is built so that you could play it however you want to play it, which I super appreciate. Now, I mentioned that the length of the game is actually kind of perfect, which for me, I don't like to go through and play, you know, those several 100-hour JRPG kind of games, because I just don't have the time to do something like that. But I also don't want a game that only takes me an hour and then I'm done with the experience, because then I feel like I didn't get my money's worth. This game, if you want to just play through the main story, it'll take you about 3-4 hours maybe, which is a pretty solid time, especially because the game is not a full price $60 game. It's less than that. At least when I got it, it was. Now, even though it's only a 4-hour game, if you're just going through the main story, if you want to go completionist on it, it could actually stretch to 8 to 12 hours depending on your skill level. As a result of finding the chameleon in each level, you actually unlock a bunch of different puzzle worlds, where what it does is it takes those levels and gives you a unique challenge that you have to do in order to beat it. So it really adds a lot of replayability to the game, but it's not required if you just want to experience the story. All in all though, I found this game to be absolutely fantastic, and I can't wait to see if Sony comes out with another one like this, whether, like I said, it's DLC or whether or not they come out with just an Astro Bot 2, I will definitely pick it up, because this game left a lasting impression on me.
So there you have it, everyone. That is everything that Astro Bot Rescue Mission on PSVR has to offer. Now, previously I would have said that Moss on PSVR was my favorite kind of VR experience that the console had to offer, but now it is definitely Astro Bot Rescue Mission. The depth, the way it interacts with the player, just everything about this game is just so much fun. And plus it has that awesome 3D platforming aspect to it, and kind of like a little bit of a Super Mario Sunshine kind of vibe to it. And I mean, that was an amazing game as well. So I would highly, highly recommend that you pick up Astro Bot Rescue Mission on PSVR. Now, if you liked today's video, please let me know down in the comments below, and then also please be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons, as well as a little notification bell, so you get an alert every time I got a new video coming out. Now, as always, I'm GameDad. I thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you later.